South Park is well known for its political satire.
Hey, relax, guy.
A decent chunk of the show's fan base fall into the I don't care about politics crowd. These type of fans probably enjoyed episodes like Casa Bonita, that World of Warcraft episode, and Butters' Bottom Bitch, the episode where Butters becomes a pimp and a police officer gets a train ran on him.
Let's call the boys. Let's run a train.
I think a lot of people enjoyed this episode because it's hilarious, and it could be seen as an apolitical episode in a mostly apolitical season.
Mister, you better take your gay porn and walk right out of this bar.
But I don't see it that way. I thought this episode was very political. It shows how hierarchies operate by turning Butters into a pimp, which exposes the way pimps treat their hoes as not something unique to sex work, but inherent to any system that values profits over people. This profit motive enables any authority figure to use their power in the same way that pimps do, abusively. The episode starts off with Butters getting bullied by Cartman and some other kids. After Stan and Kyle try to step in, we find out that Butters is hanging by his underwear on a flagpole because he never kissed a girl.
Well, it turns out that Butters, our Butters, has never kissed a girl. Oof.
Having never kissed a girl at his grown-ass age of almost 9 years old, Butters decides to take accountability for his predicament and accepts his position on the flagpole.
So, I'm almost 9 years old, and anyone who hasn't kissed a girl by 4th grade is a dork. That's right. Oof.
For men, being a virgin after a certain age is seen as a problem that needs to be solved. People can be so dramatic to the point that if it still doesn't happen by 18, it's in your best interest to lie about it.
Grab a woman's breast and it feels like a bag of sand.
Bag of sand?
This is so you could avoid dealing with annoying-ass follow-up questions or people treating you different because you're not the man that they thought you were. And once they find out you still a virgin, the reason why will be anything they already don't like about you. Why are you still quoting SpongeBob in your 20s? Stop doing that. That's why you get no bitches. We don't want it, we need it. And if you haven't done it by a certain age, it's because you failed to do so. You might get a pass if it's for religious reasons, because saying you're waiting for marriage implies you have discipline.
Sex is a covenant between me, God, and my future wife.
You might also get a pass if you're gay.
Dude, it's not a big deal. You like to fuck guys.
But more as a way to separate you from your manhood.
I got friends that fuck guys in jail.
Real men want sex from women. But if you're gay, they won't try to hold you to that standard, because in their eyes, you're no longer a man.
No, I'm not gay. No, I've borked a lot of women in my day.
You borked?
There was actually a study done in the mid-90s for this specific issue. Researchers went to the Midwest to find some college-age virgins so they could understand why their life turned out that way. The reasons the women provided to explain their virginity included not finding anyone attractive enough, personal beliefs like religion, or fear of potential consequences like pregnancy or STDs. The reasons the men gave were mostly insecurity and inadequacy. So being too shy or not being able to find someone that's willing to let them clap their cheeks.
You fucking loser.
One group is mainly a virgin by choice. The other group just couldn't get the job done. But I don't think the embarrassment came from not getting any bitches, but failing to meet expectations. Because the men that did remain virgins by choice didn't feel bad about it.
I just made that promise to myself and my family and to God that I would wait until marriage.
And Butters doesn't feel bad about it either, but he feels like he should, because he's hanging by his underwear on a flagpole.
You guys, we got it. We got it. Sally Darson is selling kisses for $5.
The kids learn that a girl is out on the playground selling her kisses for lunch money, which gives Butters an opportunity to finally become a man.
You mean I'm gonna kiss a girl today?
Butters is in the bathroom getting ready for his first time, while all the 3rd grade boys stand behind him to provide emotional support. Kyle tries to talk Butters out of it, because being a buzzkill is what Kyle likes to do.
Dude, you don't want your first kiss to be something you paid for. It's supposed to be special. Oh, God, why don't you go sit under a rainbow and write a poem, Kyle?
Butters finally meets up with Sally Darson to get some kisses from her. The kiss was anticlimactic, but they got what they want out of this situation. The worker got paid, and Butters finally became a man.
Atta boy, Butters!
That night, Butters is in bed, fantasizing about his manhood. He could not care less about that kiss. The kiss was nothing but a rite of passage to becoming a man, which he earned, even though he paid for it. Society does not pressure men to protect or provide or do anything that actually helps people. The pressure is to make money. You could be the best at what you do, but if nobody's making money from it, everybody will tell you to get a job.
Negro, you need a job.
Yes, sir.
Get off YouTube, get off Instagram, get off TikTok, get off your ass, and go to fuck to work.
Yes, sir.
Being seen as a provider is way more important than actually providing for your family. We all know at least one man that has power and influence who turned out to be a deadbeat. But we don't judge men by what they do. We judge men by comparing how much money and influence they have compared to other men. If a man has a high enough power ranking, we don't care what he does to his family. So Butters starts working with Sally Darson by helping her get clients to kiss, and he receives a cut for helping her out. And their partnership quickly expands to a full-blown kissing company, and he starts facilitating corporate meetings to increase profits.
Any girl that sells more than 20 kisses gets a little sunshine. But if you don't show up for work at all, I'm afraid you get a stormy cloud.
The police chief learns about Butters' successful company and decides to go undercover. And since he's the chief, he has to put in extra effort to show how committed he is. More girls at the school are starting to sell their kisses for money. When the kids find out that it was Butters who created this new economy, Kyle starts being a hater.
You didn't think of anything, Butters. Guys have been doing what you're doing for years. You're nothing but a common pimp.
That night, Butters does some research on pimping, and after finding out what pimps call their employees,
You're a bitch, Sally. Oh.
he goes to a pimp convention. He treats the event like it's a business mixer, because that's what the Players Ball is. It's a business mixer, basically.
I'm Judy's daughter.
Who?
Judy, remember you did my mama's funeral?
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
The pimps start giving Butters the game while he takes notes. By the time Butters gets home, he already adopted the pimp's mannerisms.
I got lots of girlfriends. Sally's just my bottom bitch. Do you know what I am saying?
The most important thing Butters learned from his pimp mentors is to establish a hierarchy.
You got your main bitch, know what I'm saying? That be your bottom bitch. That bitch rank higher than all the other bitches, but she's still a bitch, know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you were saying. You don't have to keep asking.
Hierarchy is one of those things that we just accept as necessary. But what point does a hierarchy serve besides being a way to control people you perceive as beneath you?
Bend over and assume the position.
Social movements like the civil rights movement and the women's suffrage movements were basically attacks on social hierarchies that were blindly accepted as natural by most of the population. These movements were led by people who were forced into the bottom of their hierarchies. And their movements were met with resistance by everyone else, who either benefited from the current system or could not imagine a new one. And even when they successfully dismantled the hierarchy, another one gets created to take its place. If you want an obvious example, you could look at slavery.
Nah, nigga. That's just the tip of this iceberg. Read, nigga! Read!
Slavery is mostly responsible for how we see race today. At first, slaves weren't treated much worse than white indentured servants. Black slaves and poor white people had to deal with the same hostile environment, so they shared resentment towards the person that created that environment, the wealthy plantation owners. Because of those annoying-ass uprisings and attempted revolutions, the plantation owners now had to think of a new strategy to maintain control over their workers. First, they no longer wanted to rely on indentured servants as their primary labor force, so they started importing slaves straight from Africa. And then they started giving special privileges to white people, like allowing them to police slaves through slave patrols, and even being allowed to kill the ones that run away.
Then, on one fateful day,
Where you going? Oh, this is bullshit.
she knew the time for freedom had come.
In order to create a bottom that's easy to control, the person at the top grants special privileges to a select few to create a middle class slightly above the bottom. One section is trying to escape their situation, the other section trying to maintain their status as bottom bitch,
Daddy, how come this hoe get to be bottom bitch?
leaving them too distracted to question if the hierarchy should exist in the first place.
Whoa, bitches!
Butters is trying to recruit new employees in class,
Bitch, you wanna make some motherfucking money? What?
but when he tries to recruit Wendy for the business,
Hey, Wendy! Bitch, don't you wanna start making some real fucking money?
Stan threatens to beat his ass, so he hires Clyde as a security guard to protect him while he continues scouting potential prospects.
Butters, seriously, if you don't stop this, I'll kick your ass. Clyde, here's $100. If Stan comes near me, punch him. Wow, wait. Dude, we've created a monster.
Butters is right to be confused.
All these bitches are kissing fellers, and they haven't figured out that they can be making some serious fucking money.
His logic is sound, because he was raised to believe that profiting off of something is intrinsically better than doing something because you enjoy doing it. I think most of us intuitively know that's not true, which is why we demonize pimps. It's because the value sex workers provide is so obvious, someone else making money from it just doesn't feel right. But we have no problem with this type of exploitation in other industries. Growing up, I always had to hear about rappers not contributing anything to society, and they don't deserve to get paid more than teachers. Black kids should not look up to rappers. They should look up to businessmen who make money off rappers.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Getting really good at something takes time, and time is money.
Hell
Ellen DeGeneres.
Swag.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Swag.
Ellen
Swag.
DeGeneres.
Swag.
Ellen
Swag.
DeGeneres.
After getting ran through at the frat party, we find out Undercover Ho has a pimp,
Hey, Daddy.
Where you at, bitch? I need my bottom bitch right now.
which shows us how committed he is to his job. Your job isn't real until you have a boss that controls you. He doesn't want to blow his cover by having the other hoes thinking he has autonomy and shit.
I made you my bottom bitch. Now you got it.
Squeeze on my nuts, lick on my butt, the natural curly hair.
Butters is starting to get some adult workers because of his grown reputation of how well he treats his girls compared to other pimps. A nice pimp is still a pimp though.
Excuse me.
The undercover cop hoe tries to work for Butters because Butters doesn't smack his hoes like the other pimps.
There you go. Here's a little reach around the back of the head slap.
But right before Butters hires him, undercover cop hoe's previous pimp comes over to get his employee back by using the lover boy method.
You gotta come back to me. I got nothing without you. Oh, Keyshoon.
This makes Butters realize making money off of other people's labor is wrong, so he decides to set his hoes free.
Bitches, this is your company now. So get out there and make yourself some motherfucking money.
And that's the South Park Pimpin' episode. Pimping ain't easy because it's just like any other business. Those that actually provide the services or make the products we appreciate benefit the least from their labor. Pimps are easy targets because they're black and sex trafficking is illegal, but pimps use a lot of the same tactics managers use to cultivate a toxic work environment. And if you ever worked a customer service job, you know what it's like to deal with customers who look down on the people they consume from. So you have to manage your boss and these customers' emotions because they can make your life harder just because they're in a bad mood. So the only thing you could do is accept the power they have over you and give them what they want so you can pay your bills and try to enjoy the life they allow you to have. And if you don't think that's political,
Hey, stop it, stop it.
I don't know what else to tell you.